welcome back to my channel. To those of you who are new here, my name is Nawfa Nurie, and while you're here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. So today's video is a very requested video after I made my top 10 Bollywood films. A lot of you guys have asked me to list my top 10 Hollywood films. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about my 10 all-time favorite Hollywood movies. Now, some of these movies are like classics, some are like romantic and funny, and some are just what I really like. So many of these movies I've watched at least 10 times, and I'm gonna individually talk about each and every film and why it's so special. So without much further ado, let's get into the video. Shawshank Redemption. This is definitely one of my most favorite films. Like, it's a prison drama and it's such a wonderful movie. It was released in the year 1994, but it resonates every bit even in today's time. The story is beautifully narrated, the performances are great. Morgan Freeman, Tim Robbins are absolutely fantastic. Now, this movie, the story starts with Andy, a banker, being sentenced to lifetime in prison for the murder of his wife. The whole story revolves around his time in prison, and it just takes you through such a journey. You feel so connected to the character, like you feel pity for him, you feel the curiosity, like what's gonna happen next, and the admiration for the character. It's absolutely brilliant. If you haven't watched this movie yet, you must definitely do so. I've watched it at least 4 to 5 times. The Notebook. Now, so one fine evening in about 2006-2007, I just wanted to watch a romantic movie, so I went on to Google to search for a good romantic film, and The Notebook came up. And I was like, I don't know if I should watch this, because the actors were not so popular back then. But I was like, okay, let me start it, and if I don't like it, I can always switch. So I watched it for like about 20-25 minutes, and oh my god, I fell in love with the movie. I think it's the best romantic movie I have ever watched. So it's about the love of Ali and Noah, and how their love is tested through times. And so basically Duke, the character, he reads from his little notebook every single day to Miss Hamilton, who's suffering from Alzheimer's. It's this love story that he's reading to her about Ali and Noah, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. I don't want to spoil it for you in case you haven't watched it, but you must definitely watch it. Love this movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I went to watch this movie in the cinema, and midway through the film, I just had this realization that I really like this film. It's a really nice movie. The performances are really good. Like Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, both are absolutely amazing. The movie is funny. It's just such a nice story. I really like this film. If you haven't watched it, you know what you have to do. Titanic. Now, this movie is such a classic. The funny story here is that I hadn't actually watched Titanic till like late 2000s. I don't even know why. I don't know, I just never happened to watch the movie, and once I watched it, I was like, what have I been putting off for so long, and why? Love it. I've watched it many times. I do know that there are a lot of posts and memes about how there was space for 2 people on that wooden board, but it's a really great film. I really like it. It's definitely a classic, and has to be on my list of my favorite movies. The John Wick series. Now, I can make a whole new video just on the John Wick series because I love the series and I'm a huge Keanu Reeves fan. He is absolutely amazing. So this is an action drama film, and the action sequences are splendid. It's really good. Like, they have knife fights, gun fights, just fights. It's just really good. So it all starts when John Wick, a retired assassin, his car is stolen and his dog is killed by a Russian gangster. Now, this dog was given to him by his late wife. So all this forces him to go back to his old ways, and then the story takes off from there until the last part, which was John Wick 3. And I can honestly not wait for the next part. Like, I'm so eagerly waiting to watch John Wick 4, which I don't even know when is it going to release. But it's absolutely amazing. Favorite action movie ever. The Hangover. Now, I went to watch this movie in the cinema, and I was Like if I had more space, I would be rolling laughing. It is absolutely funny. It's about how three friends go to celebrate bachelor trip of their friend who's going to get married, and they go to Las Vegas, and it's all about that bachelor trip. Like, they wake up one morning and they have no memory of what happened last night, and the groom is missing. So the whole story revolves around that night and what happened. It's amazingly funny. I'm sure most of us have seen it, but just in case that you haven't seen it, you must definitely watch it. It's a laugh riot. Friends with Benefits. Now, this is probably my most watched Hollywood movie. I mean, I must have watched it at least 15 times. There was a time that whenever I was bored, I would just play Friends with Benefits. I don't know why. Like, really, I think it has a lot to do with the characters, which is Jamie and Dylan, played by Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. I think first of all, they did a great job, and the characters are just so nice. Like Jamie, she plays a headhunter who headhunts Dylan to join GQ in New York City. Now the whole story follows their friendship, love. It's funny, it's sweet, it's just a really nice movie. Limitless. Limitless is a science fiction thriller drama film, and it stars Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro. So the whole movie revolves around Eddie, which is played by Bradley Cooper, who is a struggling New York City based author, and his girlfriend just breaks up with him due to his lack of progress, and then he somehow gets introduced to these nootropic drugs which fully enhance the ability of your brain, and that changes his life completely. And it's such an amazing film because it's filled with so many thrilling scenes, and I mean, you're just like, wow, our brain is actually capable of so much when it's used on its full potential. So this is definitely one of the films that I recommend. If you haven't seen, you should definitely see it. It's a masterpiece. It was quite a big success when it had released as well. It's just one of those films that just blow your mind away. Forrest Gump. Now, this has to be one of the most beautiful movies ever made. It went on to win even several Oscar awards. So this is a very motivational and it's a very, very sweet and nice film. So Tom Hanks, who plays the character of Forrest Gump, has really low IQ of 75, and because of that, like, he's bullied a lot in his childhood years. But you know, it also shows you that a person who may be considered by other people as stupid is actually far from it. Like, he sees life in such a clearer, different way, with a childlike mentality and eyes. It's just amazing. So when he graduates college, he goes ahead and joins the US Army. Now, this is an absolutely beautiful film, and you should not miss it for anything. The Batman series. Now, it's the entire series. I love all the three movies: The Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. But talking about Batman Begins in specific, so it's a masterpiece. I love Christopher Nolan's movies, and I think this is his best movie that he's directed. It's such an amazing film. It's got some great dialogues. I just love this movie, especially the dialogue really stuck with me is, why do we fall, Bruce? It's because we can learn to pick ourselves up. I mean, look at the beauty of that dialogue. It is one amazing movie. So I have binge watched all three movies at least about 4 times because I just love the whole series. So that's all from me for this video, guys. These were my top 10 favorite films. This is in no particular order, by the way. I mean, I have just listed my top 10 films. If I had to categorize it in terms of order, I don't think I could do it. I just love these films so much. Do let me know which are your favorite movies in the comments below. If I haven't watched it, I would absolutely love to watch it and know more about what movies you like to see. If you've liked this video, give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to share and subscribe and do hit the bell icon. I'll see you super soon in my next video. Till then, you take care.